Welcome to the Healthy Living and Longer Life discussion. My name is Pharmacist Nurati Abuludi. Now, the project called the Diamond Project has a focus to help individuals live out their true potentials, become better versions of themselves through healthy living, mentorship, capacity building, and building financial leverage systems. But you would agree with me that you wouldn't be living the best version of yourself if your health is affected negatively. True or true? Now, we run by 4 pillars, and the third pillar is health optimization through nutrition, supplementation, and lifestyle changes. Now, why is this very, very important to us? When you're looking at incidences of cancer, kidney issues, stroke, and several health concerns, the question is it increasing or is it reducing? Of course, it's increasing to an alarming rate. Now, statistics says that life expectancy as of 2021 was actually 53 years. Now, studies also shows that most deaths in Nigeria are more from health concerns, which can even be prevented compared to those who die from insecurity and road crashes. Okay, now, like we were saying, when you take a critical look, the incidences of stroke, recently I heard of a 17-year-old girl who came down with stroke. So I tell people these days, it's not just a matter of age anymore. Everybody really needs to start looking at how they can take care of their health better. So let's take a little look. Why do people even fall sick? Now, because for a lot of people, they go to the hospital, they hear about stroke, they hear about cancer, they hear about kidney failure, and their first question is, none of my family members had to deal with this health concern, so it's not in their genetics, right? So helping us to understand that one major thing that has led to these health concerns is what we call oxidative stress. Now, oxidative stress is the continuous imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants in the body. Now, when this occurs, it causes damage to organs, to tissues, leading to various health concerns. So what are the free radicals? Free radicals are like rubbers. What they do is they steal energy from our healthy cells. So let's understand better. Where do people get free radicals from? Number one is poor diet. A lot of us feed on carbohydrate. We eat rice in the morning, spaghetti in the afternoon, amala in the evening. And we fail to realize that what our body needs is not the carbohydrate. It's actually the nutrients, right? So you could be eating 3 square meals, and the truth is you're just filling your belly. Your body is actually not getting the required nutrients. Another source of free radical is what? Alcohol. Okay, now another source of free radical is also cigarettes. Now you might be listening to me and telling me, but I don't smoke. But the truth is, you sit in places where people smoke, you are going to be called a second-degree smoker, because whether you like it or not, you're actually absorbing some of the smoke released to the environment. Another thing that causes free radicals is stress, right? In addition to that, we have radiation from the sun. Okay, more free radical also is caused by what? Infections, okay, also by drugs. Now, of course, many of us take some of these medications to get healthy, to deal with one health concern or the other, but looking at it a little bit closely, free radicals are actually generated in that process. And also, free radicals is produced by what? Pollution in the environment. So you can see that nobody is actually exempted from all of these sources of free radicals. Now, let's understand what free radicals actually do when they bring about oxidative stress. So you place a tomato in your kitchen, all right? And then 3 days later, the tomato begins to go bad. What has happened? Oxidation. So the same way it happens to tomato is the same way it happens to your individual cells when they are attacked by free radicals, okay? Leading to what? Oxidative stress. So it has been postulated that oxidative stress has been found responsible for various health concerns. Of course, you see the endless list: cancer, vision loss, heart disease, stroke, arthritis, fast aging, obesity. Yes, the list is actually endless. But there's also good news. Knowing what free radicals can do, how do we deal with them? It's actually doing what? Ensuring that your body has what we call the antioxidants. The goal of the antioxidants is to what? Destroy the free radicals and eliminate it from your body. Where are we supposed to get the free radicals? We're supposed to get it from our fruits and vegetables. But what is the challenge now? A lot of us go to the market, we buy banana. We're not even sure of how the banana is ripened. These days, you're scared because you hear things like carbide ripening, right? Another concern is, are we even eating the fruits and vegetables in the right quantity and quality? Very important. Now, WHO says you're expected to eat at least 5 different kinds of fruits and vegetables every day. So my question is, you listening to me, are you WHO compliant? For a lot of people, the answer is what? No. Now, some companies decided, okay, can they come together and then compress these fruits and vegetables into capsules we call supplements? All right. But you hear a lot of people call them drugs. They're actually not drugs. They're your fruits and vegetables they're expected to take every day, and most of us don't. But now the challenge is a lot of people do not like to take the supplements. You complain about, I have to take my BP medications. How do you want me to add more drugs? A lot of people really don't want to. But ladies and gentlemen, there's actually good news. What is that? An ideal antioxidant has been found. Now, that ideal antioxidant is the hydrogen molecule. All right, it's the smallest molecule in the universe, but it was found to have what? Very powerful antioxidant. Now, present in water, the goal is what? The hydrogen molecule can penetrate different areas of your body, even the blood-brain barrier. All right, so if you ensure that it's in your water, right? Everybody drinks water. Nobody has a problem with drinking water compared to what? Swallowing supplements. Now, what are the clinical tests? What are the studies that have been carried out on drinking hydrogen water? All right. You have the ulcer treatment, you have the wound healing, especially in diabetics who have the problem of their wounds not healing very fast. Okay. Now, studies was done as an adjunct therapy in the management of stroke, and the outcome, especially in ischemic stroke, right? The outcome was amazing. It was also used to manage liver fat, and it was found out that after 28 days of drinking 1 liter of hydrogen-rich water, the fatty it actually reduced the liver fat accumulation. Okay, studies was also carried out. Okay, when somebody who has high blood pressure uses this hydrogen water, what is the outcome? The impact was actually very, very welcoming. Now, it also has the memory function. Like I said earlier, it's because the hydrogen can actually cross the blood-brain barrier. Okay, now management in diabetes, it was found that it actually improves type 2 diabetes. Okay, now in addition to that, you have where it was shown to boost the immune system, help manage kidney damage, help manage sleep disorders, arthritis, and the list is actually endless. So the question is, if hydrogen water is this powerful, how can you generate your own hydrogen water? And that's introducing to us the Ultra H2 molecular hydrogen generator. So we decided to do a test to find out, you generate the hydrogen molecules. Is the hydrogen molecule actually present in this water? Please pay attention to this.
Hello, this is Nefwe Samai, and we're going to be doing a simple hydrogen test. This is our Ultra H2 bottle. It is generating hydrogen right now. But the question is, are we sure it's actually hydrogen that is generating? So we're just going to do that simple test. I had to get the tester. All right, this is the test kit. I don't know if you can see that. All right, lighting is not so good, but then we'll go right into it. All right, this is the test kit here. And this is the blue reagent. So you actually need a blue reagent for hydrogen test, right? Then these are cups so that we can do a simultaneous test with normal water and hydrogen water, okay? So now this is normal water poured into the hydrogen bottle and we have generated the hydrogen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour normal water here to the level of 6 ml. All right, so that's 6 ml. Then we pour the hydrogen water here. 6 ml as well, so I'm going to have to reduce it. Good. All right, on the red level. So this hydrogen, water, and normal water. So all I need to do is, if I put this blue reagent in normal water, it will remain blue. It remains blue. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I use the stirrer. If I stir it, it remains blue, right? Then I put here. Now it's supposed to clear the blue reagent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could go on and on and on and on and on. And if you turn it, voila. This is packed with hydrogen. So, ladies and gentlemen, take your hydrogen.
So what does the hydrogen molecular hydrogen generator do? The goal is you turn your normal drinking water into the bottle and it creates up to 1,500 parts per billion, right? Converting your normal water into super antioxidant water. Like we mentioned, several clinical studies have been carried out. It's an advanced Japanese technology. Now, drinking 1.5 liters of hydrogen water every day is equivalent to eating 79 bananas, 38 carrots, 516 apples, and the list goes on and on. So the comparison is just to help you understand that the hydrogen molecule antioxidant property is really, really what? Powerful. And like I said, it's been tested in several parts of the world, China, Loma Linda University, to ensure that the efficacy is actually as postulated. So like you can see, several disease conditions have been tried out to see the benefits of hydrogen water. So the question is, you listening to me, if you have access to this, how do you get your gadget? Okay, now our goal is to see how your health can be improved and how you can also help others, all right, improve their health. Now, for the hydrogen molecular bottle, right, it has a price going at 1,582,200 naira, right? But the good news is this: you will not be getting it at 1.582,200. You can actually pick it up at 1,299,990 naira. Now, I'm going to be showing you briefly how somebody was using the hydrogen water to actually improve the oxygen content of their bodies. All right.
H2 as an oxygen. Yan. Sa track. And makikita sa oximeter, 99% of oxygen.
So the reason for that, it actually comes with, you can use it for inhalation. So it comes with the inhalation tubes. All right. Now you might be asking me also, why is it this pricey? Now I decided to check how much it costs to manage stroke. And the thought that came to my mind is, would you rather want to manage stroke or would you rather want to stay healthy? And like they say, health is what? Is wealth. So compared to how much you'll be getting the bottle, the truth is the value of what you will be getting outweighs actually what you will be paying for that bottle. Now, these are testimonies I want us to learn from.
Yes, I'll just say that God has a way He answers prayers. You know, when we watch and we pray, okay, we don't make mistakes. I'll just say that that cup is another way of God, you know, answering my prayers. That's what I'll just say. Okay.
Wow.
Because I noticed multiple changes. In fact, last Sunday, one of the members came to me and told me that I'm looking rather younger. Instead of getting older, I'm looking younger. And I just smiled within me because I know within these 2 weeks, something, if I look at my skin, I see something, there are a lot of changes. There are.
Wow.
That cup is just like a miracle cup, something like that. I'll just say so. There is something, you know, very unique about that cup. And thank God that you took time to explain it to us during this meeting. And that's why I was saying, wow, no wonder. Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
It's a prayer answered. It's a prayer answered. I used to feel tired. You know, when I sleep in the morning, I'll feel tired. I pray a lot in the night because of the work I do. Take time to pray a whole lot in the night. And then within that period that I'll have rest. By the time I wake up too tired, as though I've not slept. But since after 2 weeks, in fact, I was busy doing some house chores. Just unlike, in fact, I can remember that when I felt this young was 20 years ago.
Wow.
20 years ago, yes. I felt this young. I had to bring out my mattress and put it on top of my car and all that, all by myself. And these are these things that I call some of my pastors to do for me. Most things I call my pastors to do for me are the things I do myself now. I do them myself.
Oh, that's good.
And just
that's very good.
I'm just using the cup for 2 weeks. And so it's recommendable to everybody that feel okay. The funniest one is I just noticed that when I'm watching television now, I don't sleep off. You know,
so you used to sleep off?
When I'm watching television, I put the remote behind me because if I sleep off, my children will go and change it. So I want to wake up to and that I just called my wife. I say, can't you see that I don't sleep again like that?
Wow.
You know, the tiredness is gone. I feel like jumping. On Sunday, one of my daughters came and she told me, Papa, you just preach as the way you used to preach 10 years ago. You know, I was so agile. I know what she was saying. In my heart, I say, I know what you're talking about. God just answered the prayer, because I've been praying and asking God. I say, Lord, you know, I know I'm getting older. Of course, my body will be getting weaker. But the Bible says, as your days be, so shall your strength be. I kept saying it. My strength will not go weaker because I'm getting older. Rather, it should get stronger. You know, because of God's word. And God used this cup. God used the cup. Okay.
Wow.
So,
wow, that's good.
Yes.
Wow. See what you're saying.
So my testimony is I was coughing for 3 years. It was very bad that I started making plans on how to pass over my source of revenue to my family. But people don't understand how bad it is when a man is sick, or a young man especially is sick, and he doesn't really know what it is, because I used to be a very heavy smoker.
Wow.
So it was so bad. It was very scary actually. And I have kids and all that, so I was not in the right place of mind. And then somehow God just miraculously led me into this program. And then when immediately I heard what the bottle could possibly do at the, what was that program we attended?
The one at Radisson Blue?
Yes, sir.
Was it the event at Radisson Blue?
Yes, the event at Radisson Blue.
Oh,
I
yes.
immediately went for the VIP pack. I paid 500,000 naira that day, and then later made it up to ensure that I was able to get the bottle. You know, in less than 12 days, the cough that I had for 3 years stopped.
Wow.
This is no 3 years. I was, in fact, my energy level, I couldn't do a lot of things. In the other room, many things. I can't even, I'm very, very passionate about this bottle. I'm sharing it with my friends. I'm telling them, in fact, go everywhere with it. You know, it practically saved my life. I don't regret spending the money I spent on it. I am sharing it with everybody to listen.
So, seeing the impact, the question is, would you want to also enjoy the benefits of that bottle? Would you want the friends and family around you to also benefit from that bottle? Now, we also have the Ultra H2 Club loyalty program. And what that basically just helps you do is you being part of the program, as you purchase and then others purchase their own bottle Ultra H2 through you earn commissions. Now, on each purchase that is made through you are going to be making 200,000 commission per purchase. So imagine that 10 of your friends, right, make a purchase of the Ultra H2. That is already equivalent to what? 2 million naira. Now, if you get just 2 friends to make a purchase, you're going to be making almost roughly 500,000, right? So you can see that it's not just getting healthy, right? You can actually create an income. Many of us actually recommend different things to different people, and it doesn't afford us to even create anything. Now, you might also be asking me, okay, I would want to be part of the loyalty program, but what if I can make the purchase of the bottle by myself? Can I recommend it to people and still earn the loyalty program? The answer is what? Yes. But you are actually expected to do what? Plug in to any of the lower packages. Now, activating either on the silver, on the gold, the most preferred pack, the platinum, or even the elite. What this gives you are food supplements, beverages, and then personal care items. If you activate the lower packages, you cannot get the Ultra H2 generator. Okay, so the question is, do you really care about your friends and loved ones? Would you want them to stay in the best of health? Would you want them not to be victims of the health concerns I have talked about? Then this is what you should recommend to them. But do we want you to go out there and explain to them? The answer is no. You can actually share this video that was sent to you. All right. You can actually send a simple text message to that friend of yours, and then let us know about them and reach out to them and help them understand the concept better. Now, we have what we call private business reception, where you can put together your friends, your family, and we can showcase and explain this to them. Okay. Now, what we need you to bear in mind is this is not another selling business. No, our goal is to see how people become better versions of themselves and live healthier lives. Okay, so what do you need to do? Rediscover the younger and healthier version of yourself, right? By making your purchase. Remember, I said it goes for about 1.582 200, but the current promo now is 1,299,990. Now, this could change tomorrow, right? But you have the promo now. Why don't you make the best of it? Okay, and also remember I said you want to still be part of the loyalty program. You can activate any of the other packages, all right? But I would simply say get back to the person who shared this video with you, all right? And ensure that you purchase your own hydrogen molecular bottle as quickly as possible, because trust me, you deserve to live and enjoy the best of health.